What's the first thing you would do if you were elected to the United States Senate?
The first thing I would do is finish off the work we're doing on Medicaid in Utah, which is allow states to control the Medicaid program where it should belong to begin with.
Block grants?
Block grants to the state, absolutely. We're the first state in the country to pass legislation saying, hey, we're ready for it. That's what we do, first and foremost. These welfare programs that are eating through our budget, they should be state administered, and you can do that through block grants, then ultimately returning them entirely to the states.
What would you do for Social Security?
Look, Social Security to me, it's Congress that has treated Social Security like a Ponzi scheme. Republicans and Democrats, this Congress, as they spent every excess dollar that came in and didn't invest it, they invested it in the treasuries.
Would you put all the funds in a lockbox?
Yeah, I would, if we could. But you know, as it is right now, what I would like to see is I'd like to see individual accounts for a generation like my generation. If I have to work until I'm 72, give me at least a portion of my money in an individual account that the government can't spend, and I'd probably take that deal. But as it is right now, every senior in this country should be looking around saying, what has happened when we have a president of the United States say in August of last year, if you do not raise the debt ceiling, we're not sending out Social Security checks. And they're realizing that there is no money and that Congress has spent it over the years.
What would you do differently other than lead, which is important, if you got into the United States Senate and Senator Hatch was no longer there? What would be the difference in terms of your voting?
Look, I'm a policy guy. What the big difference is, I would dive into the policy in depth on these long-term issues. That's where I think my strength is. That's what, you know, Bain, they teach you to be data-driven in your analysis and get into the numbers and build a solution that works. That's what I'm good at. And so my voting record may be similar to him. In fact, I think in many ways he's been very good, particularly in the last year and a half. There's been some votes over the last few years that I'm not very happy with, particularly in the last 10 years as we've expanded government. But you know, he's been a good voter the last few years. But I'll not only vote well, but I'll get into the details of these issues, drive solutions, build consensus, and move them forward.
This market is
stock tickers market.
Stocks have rallied this year.
We're coming into a Monday where we're going to